Hello, my name is Mr. B, the Gentleman Rhymer, and I am a chap hop superstar. Chap hop superstar. Chap hop superstar. Chap hop superstar. Chap hop superstar.
This is Jim Burke, better known by his stage name, Mr. B. Over the last 10 years, he's earned himself a cult following for his unique style of music, an exotic blend of old-school hip-hop with the aesthetic of Victorian dandiness. This is chap hop.
I think I just knew that it had to be a curly handlebar moustache. Grooming is an important thing. Dressing well. You know, there's suits and there's suits. You can go and buy a suit at Burton's you think looks smart, but it doesn't mean it's right. Chivalry in general, I think, is important. Then also, I think it's important to just realise the ludicrousness of everything. I am occasionally laughed at in the street. And this is something that happens. But then I have a ridiculous moustache and I dress differently from other people, so it's bound to happen. It doesn't affect me.
Yeah.
So what we have here is a couple of ukuleles that were made for me. This one, I played a gig in Manchester, and this chap came up to me and said, if you wanted any ukulele made, what sort of ukulele would you like? And I said that I'd want one that's like a big orange Gretsch type guitar. And then a couple of months later, he said, right, you'd made me this thing, which actually sounds really nice as well. You know, when played properly. So yes, and he also put the chap hop in mother of pearl down the neck as well, which can't be argued with really. And then this one here, there was a chap called Dennis Duffy from Lincoln. He just turned up and said, I've made you a cigar box ukulele. I think chap hop, it was a sort of culmination of lots of other things I'd done in the past. I'd been in a sort of hip hop band and I'd done sort of production stuff, and I'd been in what I might call a dandy punk band. So I thought I'd just bring the whole thing together and see what happened.
No coward of rap, I'm not blithering. The world of chap is what I'm living in. Spelled backwards means nothing at all. Stop fiddle-faddling and come to the ball.
To be honest with you, when I started Mr. B, the only thing I really wanted to do was get in the Chap magazine, because I'd been a big fan of it for a couple of years.
But I've a pipe and I shall keep it handy.
During my research, I actually picked up a copy of the Chap magazine and was delighted to find articles on cricket, horse racing and a parliamentary wardrobe malfunction.
You can be a chap on pretty much no money. We're not from, upper class stock or anything like that particularly. It was just something that I decided to... I'm bringing it, exactly. I'm bringing my dandy game. And some people do get the wrong end of the stick. I do occasionally get invitations to play at places where I think, no, I don't want to play at the Young Conservatives Club in Bromley. It's really not my cup of tea. It's really not what this is about at all.
It's not where you're from, it's where you're at.
Okay.
You know what? That bass, I've got that exact same bass.
The Westone Thunder One,
bass,
yeah. I think this is what I actually had this in about 1985 or something ridiculous, and then they sold it, and somehow I bought it back again. Because I tried other basses, look, I know I like this one.
Oh, the pocket operator.
Yeah, this is the PO32, the new one.
Oh,
it's
cool.
Brilliant.
That's
actually,
so cool.
I can put it through. Here.
Oh, cool. Yeah.
Anyway, the way I like to see hip hop is poetry of your own environment and that sort of thing. That's the way I justify me doing it anyway. That's the thing.
Would you consider yourself a parody act?
No, I don't think I would. I do parodies here and there, but I think chap hop is a genre unto itself, and indeed a way of life unto itself. Much like hip hop, but not as good, probably. Yeah, no, why not? A little sneak peek.
Yeah, that's us too.
Yeah, is it going to work?
If you support us on Patreon, by the way, you might get that photograph.
Oh, yes. I mean, sometimes people will review my shows and just say, oh, it's a posh bloke and he's doing hip-hop. Righto, that's the joke. And it's, you know, it is more than that. Every element of it I try and do as well as I possibly can. So I like to do the production as well as possible, and like to play the banjolele as well as possible, and like my rhyming flow to be as good as possible and that sort of thing. Yeah, that's essential.
Long-haired weirdo, short-haired weirdo.
Can we turn on this keyboard? There's this question I want to ask you which involves playing the keyboard.
So is this pop quiz?
Yeah, you got to name this tune.
Actually, I need to get some footage of this myself. Yeah, I believe that may have been the smash hit. Eat My Goal by a band called Collapsed Lung. Where are they now?
Where are they now?
Well, actually, they're recording a new album in about 2 weeks' time.
Oh, cool. So you feel like there was a bit of Mr. B in that song somewhere?
Well, I think so, yes. Well, the time we were doing Collapsed Lung was when British rappers were still rapping in American accents, and you had to pretend to be American to get anywhere, really, and I just couldn't do that. Hip-hop is from the South Bronx, and chap hop's from Surrey, so yeah, that's basically the large difference, is that.
Work it harder, good, better, harder, better, faster, stronger.
I don't know what this... It's been a while since I've used this, so I don't even really know what all of these things actually do. I get an email every year from Britain's Got Talent saying, oh, we really love what you do, can you come on the show? And I always say, I'm sorry, no. It's just mainly because I think it's nice to nurture a following that feel like they've discovered you rather than you've been marketed onto them. I think that's what enthusiasts like, because they're usually people who are enthusiastic about things because they've discovered it themselves and gone, oh, I found this thing in the middle of some YouTube hole somewhere, and then they see some of the other stuff, maybe they'll go and see a show, and then they think, okay, right, I'm on board with this now. Whereas I think if it goes mainstream, the general public would get bored with it very quickly, and then we'd all be ruined, and it'd be a shame.
Mr. B's music is fun, it's comedic, and above all, it's weird. But despite that, I don't think it's a genre which should necessarily be enjoyed ironically.
Because often if you get parodists of hip-hop, they often do it because they don't like it, you know, they want to take the mickey. Whereas, you know, this is a celebration of it, really. And in a way, that's the essence of chap hop. It's more of a whimsical little world that you invite people into, and they decide whether or not to join you in it and come along with you. Everything is rather silly. Yes. It's worth a try.
That's brilliant.